is Rebecca Akers, and I'm an AmeriCorps member at the Bondurant Community School District with Sustainable Schools. And this week's theme is gardening and composting, and we're going to show you how to make a compost pile. When making a compost pile, we need to have nitrogen and carbon to make a chemical reaction to break down everything in the compost pile. And to have nitrogen and carbon, we need to remember our greens and our browns.
So some of the things we can use for browns are sticks, leaves, sawdust, wood shavings, shredded paper, paper towel, tube holder things, and straw and hay. Some of the things we can use for greens are fruit and vegetable scraps, grass clippings, eggshells, and coffee grounds. Here's some of our grass clippings for our compost. We have eggshells and coffee grounds. And we have some watermelon rinds.
Okay, so to make a compost pile, we need to do it in layers. So the first layer that we're going to need in our 3 foot by 3 foot area is sticks. And we're going to put sticks on the bottom just to allow some airflow in our compost pile. And then you're going to do layers of the browns and the greens that Michael talked about. So first we need a layer of browns, greens, and keep going until you fill up your compost pile. And then you can put a little bit of soil on top just to keep the heat in, because it's going to heat up when it starts cooking. And also remember to put some water in your compost pile to keep it damp.
So there are a few things that you don't want to put in your compost pile, and those two main things are meats and dairy, and that's because they're made up mostly of fats and oils. Some examples of that can be like your milk, your yogurt, your ice cream, or any steak or pork or chicken you have. And the main reason why you don't want to use meats and dairy is because those fats and oils take longer to break down, and they'll also cause your compost pile to be much smellier.
Okay, so the first layer we need to do is a layer of sticks for airflow.
And our next layer will be some browns to add some more carbon to the pile.
The next layer we want for nitrogen is our greens. So I'm going to put some of our grass, those eggshells, and the coffee grounds, and our scraps from our watermelon rinds. So after this, we're just going to keep making layers of brown, green, and you can put some soil on top, and make sure to put a bit of water in there to keep your whole compost pile damp so it helps with the decomposition. And you're going to want to turn or mix around your compost pile every 2 to 3 weeks, and it should be done in about 3 to 6 months. So when your compost is done, it's going to look something like this. This is partially decomposed. So if you can see, it's much more black and a lot more rich in nutrients. Okay, so for an activity at home to practice how to make a compost pile and teach other people how to make a compost pile, we're going to make a mini compost in a little container. So first, in our mini compost, we want to put our sticks on the bottom, and then we're going to do some browns. And then we're going to do a layer of our greens. And then another layer of browns. Some more greens. And a few more browns on top. And then you can put some water in there and some soil on top. And that's it. Super easy and fun, and you don't even have to have a lot of space. So have fun doing it, and remember, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to Green Iowa AmeriCorps Summer Camp.